Hello and welcome back to SirKentSaid.com. How's everybody's weekend going? I had a pretty good Saturday. Discovered a new hot dog place out in downtown Seattle. The guy uses real wood for his grill, and so that was a nice change. And also, they had a what used to be one of those shitty ass PF chain restaurants inside of Westlake Mall that has now been converted into a bunch of little Asian food shops, and it was wonderful. It was. I was glad I stumbled across that place. Went there looking for noodles, found a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, today we're going to review The Accountant 2. Um, this is a follow up movie to the first one. If you haven't seen it in a while, I would probably brush up and go ahead and watch the first one before going to see this. It is on HBO Max right now. If you got a membership, you can watch it for free. This movie stars Bat-Fleck. He will henceforth always be known as Bat-Fleck for me. It also stars Frank Castle. Same deal with him. No matter what he does from now on, he's going to be known as Frank Castle, the Punisher. It stars Jim Gordon, who, despite what happens to him, Grandpa got some licks in. Yeah, he fucked a couple guys up. And hot black chick with a really bad wig. She was in that Amazon series recently, the Five Rings or something like that. Anyway, in this movie, we get to see a lot more of the relationship between Batfleck and his handler. It turns out that his handler is running a think tank for super kids, super brainy kids, of which he was one of at one point. And I see the relationship between them now because, well, maybe he aged out or something like that, but he actually provides for all of them. All the work he does, a portion of that money goes back to them so they can do what they do. He provides shelter for these special kids, and they, in return, give him recon information. So it's very symbiotic, and it's nice to see in this movie that get explained. And yeah, that was cool. This movie actually was surprisingly heartfelt in points because Frank Castle expresses in a couple of scenes that he really wants the emotion from his big brother, Batfleck, but Batfleck can't express it the way he wants to, or he knows he needs to because of his condition. He has those feelings for his little brother. He just can't articulate them. And that's been an issue secretly because, Frank Castle ain't going to say no shit like that too often for Frank Castle for years now. If I were HBO Max, I would make like a 6-episode series of just them being brothers. Their relationship carried this movie. They were so relatable. They were brothers. Frank Castle harassed the shit out of Batfleck, but he was the only one that could do that. You talk shit to Batfleck, Frank Castle's gonna fuck you up. And it also involves a woman who's, I won't say superpowers, but they say sometimes during a traumatic brain injury, it can awaken abilities that we all supposedly have. But for this woman, it woke up her ability to kill folks. And boy, oh boy, did she do that. Um, this was an excellent, excellent movie. It was a good Saturday night out. We need more of Bat-Fleck and the Punisher. I'm going to highly, highly recommend this. And yeah, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. And I will even go as far as to say, like the commercial says, this was better than the first one. And I glossed over the action scenes, didn't I? Weird for me. The action scenes in this were really, really good. I like the action scenes a lot better than I liked them in Havoc, which I'm debating if I'm going to review or not because I expected so much more out of that movie. Seeing how one of the guys the guy who directed it, directed the second Raid movie. So I was expecting Raid quality fight scenes, and what I got was Jason Bourne shaky cam scenes. That's fucked up. But yeah, those are my thoughts, and I'll see you on the other side.